Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Like, say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Everybody had a clue. I mean, what?
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if you want to dare to be great.
Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're the best 147 pounders in the world. They're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis sparked major controversy on X after Terence Crawford's historic win over Canelo Alvarez. Instead of praising the achievement, Davis boldly claimed he could beat Crawford himself. "I'll swing on him for real," Davis declared, doubling down on his confidence and insisting that critics should watch him perform before doubting him. He promised to train harder than ever, demanded respect in the sport, and vowed that defeating Crawford would cement his place among boxing's elite. But his comments didn't sit well with analysts and fans. Many argued that Davis should have shown more respect for Crawford's accomplishment, which many believed was impossible, beating Canelo decisively. Boxing experts stressed that even if Davis didn't want to heap praise on Crawford, openly dismissing the moment was disrespectful. They emphasized that Crawford's victory wasn't just another win, but a career-defining moment that elevated him into legendary status. For Davis to downplay it, they said, was both unnecessary and unworthy of a fellow fighter.
Dominated a first ballot Hall of Famer, a 4-division champion, a 2-time undisputed super middleweight, and was the reigning undisputed 168-pound super middleweight world champion. Superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is now 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. And Gervonta "Tank" Davis, I'm not even going to read off his accolades, because what he did is just nasty work. And this is your king that y'all be praising. Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Instead of applauding the accomplishment, just tip your hat. Just tip your hat. Hey, salute. And if you don't want to salute, guess what? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. If you don't want to salute that man, just don't say nothing. Right? And so, Gervonta "Tank" Davis takes to social media because the boxing world is praising Terence Crawford for what he did. After Gervonta "Tank" Davis, when the fight was announced, when Terence Crawford was saying he wanted to go up from 154 to 168, Gervonta "Tank" Davis said he was doing it for the money, not for the legacy.
Long before this latest controversy, Terence Crawford had already voiced strong opinions about Gervonta Davis. He openly stated that he didn't view Davis as a fighter willing to take real risks against superior opponents. Instead, Crawford labeled him a talker who often sidestepped the toughest challenges. Going further, Crawford admitted he simply didn't like Davis at all, making it clear that any potential clash wouldn't just be competitive, but deeply personal.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens?
I just really don't like that dude.
Why?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like him about him. I just felt like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, didn't hold back when addressing Gervonta Davis's comments. He flatly dismissed the idea that Tank could ever replicate what Terence Crawford achieved against Canelo Alvarez. Haney argued that Davis should stop trolling bigger fighters for headlines and instead focus on challenges within his own weight class. He stressed that Tank belongs at 147 pounds, not chasing champions in divisions where he doesn't belong. To Haney, Davis's remarks were nothing more than a cheap publicity stunt.
I'd ask your thoughts on Tank saying he'd knock out Terence in 6 rounds. You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets?
Nah, he said it
on
audio.
video.
Huh? He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that chin, you know he chinning.
Listen, Terence has already hired us, Randy the little guy. Anybody 130, 26, 30, 35, Gary Russell, Tank Davis, cannot go to get to Terence Crawford without going through us. Rolly Romero, leave Earl Spence alone. You see what I'm saying? You come over here and you get that ass whipping too. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're the best 147 pounders in the world. They're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
Trainer Greg Hackett spoke with deep conviction about Terence Crawford's stunning victory over Canelo Alvarez, calling it one of the most significant achievements in modern boxing history. He stressed that Crawford now has nothing left to prove, having accomplished something unseen in generations. Hackett drew parallels to legends like Bob Fitzsimmons and Henry Armstrong, reminding fans that it had been decades since a fighter climbed through weight classes and completely dominated a champion as revered as Canelo. What made this triumph even greater, Hackett emphasized, was the way Crawford secured it. This wasn't a razor-thin decision or a lucky punch that could be questioned later. It was a clinical, masterful performance that erased all doubt about who the superior fighter was. In Hackett's eyes, Crawford's dominance didn't just win him the fight, it elevated him into the conversation of boxing's all-time greats. Hackett insisted that critics should stop demanding explanations or questioning Crawford's legacy, because his record and achievements speak louder than any words. With every doubt silenced, Hackett urged Crawford to ignore negativity and focus on enjoying his well-earned success. For Hackett, this victory was the very definition of greatness.
Legendary shit. He goes in there and beats arguably the best fighter, or one of the best fighters of his era, regardless of the class. What's your thoughts?
The performance was like clean. It was real. It was times where it was close calls. Like it looked like Canelo might get him right here. I mean, but find a way out, slip up out of here. Work behind his jab real good. Footwork real good. Setting the pace. He was creating what I like to call spider web. I'm saying that's basically setting the traps with your movement. The part I didn't expect was for Canelo to really approach Bud like Bud, like he was just gonna punch on Bud. He was, what I mean by that is Canelo, when he would hit Bud to his hips or like on the shoulder, because I seen him do it a few times. He was like, Canelo was like looking for those results that he usually get when he do those things. And I was like, I can't believe he looking at Bud like that. Like he really trying to play Bud. I mean, on the low. He know Bud could fight, but it was like, all right, when I hit you in the hip, you gonna act right. I mean, when I hit you in your shoulders, you gonna act right. And you could tell Canelo's been spoiled over the years. Canelo's gotten better, a lot better. And Canelo is a legend for sure. But you could tell he's imposed his will on a lot of guys and won off of his poker face at home. I mean, along with the punishing shots.
Although Terence Crawford has openly admitted his dislike for Gervonta "Tank" Davis, he hasn't ruled out the possibility of facing him in the ring. Crawford has been clear, if Davis is serious, he must move up to 147 pounds, where the fight can happen on fair terms. For Crawford, such a matchup would do more than silence Davis's constant trash talk. It would also provide another chance to prove his superiority against a high-profile name. Crawford views the decision as entirely Davis's responsibility. If Tank truly believes in his words, then he needs to back them up inside the ring rather than relying on bold statements outside of it. Crawford's stance reflects supreme confidence. He welcomes the challenge, fully aware that even if Davis accepts, the odds will still be heavily in his favor.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, if he like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
And tell him come up there.
You gotta come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him come and touch him.
Wow. Javante said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him come and touch him.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You gonna have a pre-camp.
And then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
E.J. Rahm, a highly respected boxing commentator, spoke passionately about Terence Crawford's greatness, praising his versatility and complete command inside the ring. In Rahm's view, Crawford is not just another gifted fighter but one of the rare few capable of doing absolutely everything at the highest level. What makes him so exceptional, Rahm argued, is his ability to adapt seamlessly to any style, whether against a heavy-handed puncher, a slick counterpuncher, or a relentless pressure fighter. According to Rahm, Crawford's genius lies in how smoothly he blends offense and defense, switching approaches with surgical precision and forcing his opponents into constant uncertainty. He described Crawford as a once-in-a-generation athlete whose mastery of distance, timing, and angles separates him from everyone else competing today. For Rahm, watching Crawford fight is more than witnessing competition. It is like watching artistry unfold. Every adjustment, every counter, and every tactical shift feels deliberate, as though Crawford is painting his masterpiece in real time. Rahm emphasized that beyond titles and accolades, Crawford represents the ultimate problem solver inside the ring, capable of dismantling any challenge placed before him. His consistent dominance, regardless of circumstance, has convinced Rahm that Crawford's legacy will stand unmatched for years to come.
Clearly, outboxing, like I said he would. You know, Bud is special, man. He could adapt, he could make adjustments. There's nothing he can't do. I was a little worried because the beginning, when the fight was announced, because of Canelo's power, Bud coming up, they're like, oh, he come up 2 weight classes. I considered it, he came up 3. He only had 1 fight at 1.
Yeah, 1 fight at 54.
Yeah, right.
So I feel like it's 3 weight classes in 2 fights.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that right there, that was a big thing because Canelo is strong. Canelo does hit hard, he got power, and he's comfortable at 168. You understand what I'm saying? He's more comfortable. I didn't know if the weight was going to do something with Bud, but I know there was ways that he could outbox him easy. And he did it. Towards the closer to the fight day, I changed my stance on it and leaned more to Bud, which is a good thing because my prediction was right yesterday on it, and he just outboxed him, outclassed him. He showed people. And I think he still followed a bit of the Mayweather blueprint. You know, Canelo has to plant his feet all the time to throw off his power, let off his power shot. He has to just make that quick stop, real quick, like millisecond. That's all Bud needs to move out the way. Bud sets him up to get a reaction. By the time Canelo goes to throw that punch, Bud slips to the side and catches him that way. It's too late. You know what I mean? Canelo, his planning of the feet to throw his power punches, if more people figure that out and really take that into consideration in their training camp, I think he would have more losses. But a lot of them fear the power, like a skull.
Even after achieving something so rare, analysts noted that many fans and commentators hesitated to give Terence Crawford full credit. They argued this stemmed partly from favoritism toward Canelo Alvarez, who has long enjoyed widespread admiration, especially in Mexico. By contrast, Crawford, as an African-American fighter, has often faced unfair bias. For critics, the mixed reaction to his victory revealed it was about more than boxing. It reflected deeper issues of popularity, race, and perception within the sport.
Come 2 to 3 weight divisions lower. Right? So you would be asking the guy to literally just stand there like this new slap exercise. Slap me and I slap you. That's not boxing. And that's extremely sour grapes. And my advice to you is this. Although most times people will stay on cold, there's there's exceptions to the rule where people will say, I'm not going that far. You know what I mean? Like by our administration right now, that's governing the New Russia. They do a lot of illegal things on a daily. But this pedophilia, some people are saying, no, I'm jumping off the boat on this one. I'm going to go with protecting the kids. I mean, I'll go with you with a lot of stuff, but protecting the kids is kind of important to me. Should be, right? It should be, levels. It should be, where you just like, you don't go a certain length, right? It should be borders. So okay, I don't go past that line. And the line should be pedophilia. Or a line should be no objectivity at all in the world of boxing. We saw a great performance, and Canelo just lost, right? This guy is just a better fighter. If he can come up from that weight division and stand in the pocket most of the time, and still win. If you are saying that you don't want Canelo to be able to cut the ring off with this guy that didn't really run at all, then you're basically saying, well, listen, let's just stand and slug, and that's brawling, right? That has nothing to do with boxing, and so people are going to jump off that. And here's something else that's going to happen to you people right now with sour grapes and are racists running around just saying ridiculousness, right? Because you're disappointed.
Rising star Hamza Shiraz added his voice to the growing praise for Terence Crawford, describing him as a mean machine inside the ring. Shiraz noted that Crawford has never struggled to deal with any opponent, always finding a way to adapt and secure victory. His words reflected the deep respect that many younger fighters have for Crawford, seeing him as the standard of excellence in the sport. For Shiraz, Crawford's dominant win over Canelo only confirmed what he already believed, that Crawford operates on a level very few can ever hope to match.
So he said it about himself in the post-fight press conference yesterday. He goes, my mind wants to do it, he goes, my body can't. Doesn't mean he's totally shot. He's not totally shot. He's still a great fighter, and someone I could definitely see myself in the ring with pretty soon.
Competing?
Yeah, definitely. It would have been kind of nice for him to get the win and then me to fight him and then potentially have beaten him. But yeah, God has a different plan.
Look, it still could be Canelo. I don't know when. The plan's obviously a little bit ruined. But do you believe you'd stop Canelo Alvarez, Hamza?
Do I believe I'd stop him? I believe I've got a good chance of doing so.
Crawford's longtime trainer Brian Bomac McIntyre offered insight into what might come next for the champion. He suggested that Crawford is unlikely to pursue a fight with David Benavidez, hinting instead that he may choose to vacate and enjoy a well-deserved break rather than chase unnecessary challenges. Bomac emphasized that Crawford has already proven everything he needs to, and with his legacy secure, he has earned the right to make decisions on his own terms.
Maybe 168. Maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No. That fight.
Maybe planning on vacating the belts.
No, we ain't gonna vacate the belts. We just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then, just like I said, get back in the gym and do our thing.
Honest.
And he don't want it.
No. So what does this performance prove about the Haney sparring? You guys are largely
I told you it don't make no difference. Didn't I say it? I said that don't mean shit. I don't give a damn about that. I said that, didn't I? In one of those interviews, I said that. Don't mean shit, because he's no Bud Crawford. I'm not taking nothing from Ennis, Boozy, them over there, them my guys.
Legendary heavyweight Evander Holyfield also shared his thoughts on Terence Crawford's stunning victory. He praised Crawford's performance as nothing short of exceptional, pointing to his precise timing, sharp footwork, and brilliant ring IQ. Holyfield stressed that Crawford showed a level of skill that set him apart from ordinary champions. To him, the win over Canelo wasn't just another victory, but a masterclass in boxing. Coming from a legend like Holyfield, such praise carried enormous weight.
What do you think of Crawford's performance over Canelo?
It was super. Because the thing is that when you got I think both of the guys are good.
Right.
I just think that when you have two guys, the smaller guy is a guy that don't have the punching power, but he have the skills that's necessary to them.
So you were very impressed with it?
One of the matter is, I knew if it came down to if somebody got knocked out, I know. Crawford probably get knocked out, but I know that box.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned, see you next time.